How's it going, everyone? T-Rav here, and welcome to this video where I combine DC heroes and Marvel heroes into a brand new-ish, original-ish superhero. This video was actually requested by Joseph Drew III, who wanted to see the Invaders combined with the Justice Society. And I really like this idea, combining two of the old teams together. I do have one exception though, which you guys will see later. That's because I mentioned this character a couple times in previous videos, so it really only made sense to introduce him in this video. So anyway, I think I rambled enough. So I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that fun, fancy YouTuber stuff. And now, roll time lapse. From the year of 2099, Steve Carter was an all-star athlete. But once news broke out that he used serum that was originally intended for the US military to create super soldiers, his career and stardom was taken away from him overnight. Before he became the jack football player nicknamed Gold, he was a scrawny kid from Brooklyn who wanted to make a name for himself. After he was kicked from the team, he took a job as a security guard for New Metropolis Museum of Superheroes. There he sees images and footage of Earth's mightiest heroes: the Devil Bat, Nightweb, Power Man, Wonder Drool, Lightning Fist, Thunderhawk, Iron Beetle, Fizzborg, Etra Oak, the Raging Demon, Dr. Constantine, the Hellblazer Supreme, Sea Panther, and many, many more. When he was a kid, he looked up to these heroes and wanted to be just like them, but he threw all that away because he wanted a shortcut to fame. While patrolling the halls of the museum, he sees a ring that is used by the Legion of Avengers, a superhero team from the year 2099. This ring gives its users the ability to fly. He also sees a small robot hovering the halls. This robot is assigned to give tourists information about all the exhibits. Finally, he came across a time machine, and inspired by the many displayed superheroes, he had an idea. He could travel to the golden age of superheroes and use future technology and the super soldier serum coursing through his veins to become a superhero and have his picture hanging in this museum. He would grab the Legion of Avengers ring and the museum robot he nicknamed Skeets, and traveled to 1940s America during World War II. He introduced himself to the world as America's first super soldier, Captain Gold, and enlists in the army to fight Hydra. He would be joined by his sidekick, a young kid who was thought to be killed during a fight. He also joins a super team called the Justice Invaders, and together they fight Hydra soldiers for the safety of America. But during one mission, Captain Gold made the ultimate sacrifice. He gave his life taking down the leader of Hydra, and it is presumed that he died in the frozen waters of the Arctic. That was until his body was discovered in modern days by the Justice Avengers, formerly named the Defending League. Now he is a member of the Justice Avengers, and even formed a long-time friendship with Tony Cord, the invincible Iron Beetle. But that friendship was soon dissolved during the crisis of the Civil War, a war that broke out during two factions of superheroes, but that story would be told another time. Okay, so I know Booster Gold isn't part of the Justice Society, but I will be making an exception here because I have referenced Captain Gold in other videos. So yeah, Booster Gold will be my one exception for this video. The son of a doctor, the intelligent Robert Garrick went to university to study both chemistry and physics, where he would experiment in hard water to try and purify it, ridding it of radiation. His father, Dr. Emil Garrick, on the other hand, would be in grave danger. While he was operating on a mob boss, the rival to that mob boss storms in and forces the doctor to kill his patient by dragging his hand holding the scalpel across a major artery. Then he threatens Dr. Emil by saying he would be charged with murder if he doesn't leave the country. Fearing for his life, he would take his son Robert and travel the globe, using his skills as a doctor to heal people. Robert tries to experiment more on purifying hard water, the test tube slips out of his hand, and the fumes knock him out. Worried for his son, Emil performs a blood transfusion, but this act costs Emil his life. Robert will wake up with newfound super speed and become the hero known as the Whizz. He travels back to America to finally get his revenge on the mob boss that started all this and put him behind bars. But he knows he can do so much more with these powers. So he joins a newly found team of superheroes known as the Justice Invaders, and together they protect America from the evil Nazi party known as Hydra. Brian McNider was a skilled surgeon, and alongside his lover, Roger, they were both supporters of the Nazi party. That was until they learned about the horrors that this party does. They both were imprisoned in a concentration camp where they were experimented on. To the bars of his window, he would see an owl flying by. Brian would befriend this owl by giving it scraps of his food and named it Hootie. Hootie would visit him every night, but suddenly the camp was being invaded by Captain Gold and the Justice Invaders. Brian would hear gunshots and explosions as he was running out of his cell. He would look up in the sky to see if Hootie was anywhere near. Then a grenade was lobbed under his feet. Captain Gold throws his hard light hologram shield to block the explosion, but some debris still flung their way into Brian's eyes, blinding him. One of the scientists who was forced to work with the Nazis offered to help save Brian's life. Hydra was secretly reverse engineering the super soldier serum that gives Captain Gold his enhanced strength, and he injects Brian with it. Brian will wake up in a US military base with bandages covering his eyes, and with no words on the whereabouts of Roger. Suddenly he hears a thud at the windows, and in fear he rips the bandages off, revealing he could see. He ran to turn the lights on, but then his vision went dark again. He would then turn the lights off, and realizes he can only see in the dark. He searched for whatever hit the window, and found an owl. But not just any owl. It was Hootie, and he was very injured. Brian operated on Hootie, saving him. With his night vision and super soldier strength, he figured he could help the Justice Invaders and tried to rescue Roger. So he made special infrared goggles to help him see in his light, and donned the name Midnight Jack and joined the team. Millions of years ago, a meteorite crashed on the continent known today as Africa. This meteorite housed a rare mineral known as vibranium. Vibranium can absorb kinetic energy and release it, and the ancient civilians used this mineral to forge a new empire known as Atlantis. The citizens of Atlantis were way ahead of their time. They had tech on the same level as tech from the year 2099. But a civil war will soon break out. One faction called themselves Wakanda, and believed that vibranium was sent to their home from their panther god Bast, to be shared amongst their people equally. But the ruler of Atlantis believed that vibranium should only be used by whoever rules the throne. This war resulted in the sinking of Atlantis. Many people died, but some found that if they consumed a heart-shaped herb, they could mutate and survive in the ocean's depths. After many years, this new evolution of human, dubbed the Submariners, developed special lungs that allowed them to breathe underwater, and some, but not all, have blue skin and pointed ears. Eventually, the Wakandans and Atlanteans have formed a peace treaty, and renamed their civilization Wakandis, ensuring that the surface dwellers will never find their hidden city. A new heir to the throne was born, but his appearance was odd. Namor Corrigan was born as a metamutant with small wings on his ankles. His appearance made him into an outcast, but that didn't stop him. As he aged, he became a detective in Wakandis and would solve murders, but nothing prepared him for the murder of his mother, the Queen of Wakandis. The clues to the crime led him to the surface world, where the murderer was a Hydra agent and his father, who was searching for the fabled vibranium. He used his trident to slay the human, and now he is king of Wakandis, and he waged war against Hydra. He would join the Justice Invaders, but would later die in battle. But with his undying vengeance, his soul will be merged with a cosmic entity known as Astar, God's agent of vengeance, and become the Specter Mariner. With no other king left to care for the throne, a new king was elected, Azuri, the first Sea Panther, and the grandfather to the modern Sea Panther, T'Challa Curry. Now, as the Specter Mariner, it is Namor's job to carry out God's judgment on Earth, often killing those who deserve it in ironic ways. Alright, and this is the Justice Invaders. And I say this a lot in, I guess, every episode, but I really do like how the art turned out. The story, I guess I could try to stretch the story out a little bit longer, but I'll be honest, I don't really know much about these characters. I know about Booster Gold, Captain America, I know about Namor, or Namor, however it's pronounced. I pronounce it Namor in this video, but I heard it pronounced both ways. But like the Whizz, and Union Jack, Dr. Midnight, I don't really know too much about, and with the Spectre, I know some things, but he's the type of character who changes a lot. Like, he has different hosts, kind of like the Venom symbiote in Marvel. But yeah, the stories are short because I'm trying to fit like two characters that I don't really know too much about, like fit their origins together, and doing like some research, like some quick Wikipedia searches, just so I can get this video out on time. But yeah, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, I hope you all enjoyed the story. If you have any more suggestions, let me know, because there is a chance I will get to them in the future. And yeah, I said in the beginning of the video, but I'm going to say it now at the end. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out with the whole algorithm stuff. Small channel, kind of brand new, even though I did just revive this channel a few months ago, because this channel is like several years old. I've been like on and off on this channel, but I do want to keep uploading consistently now on this channel. And to help with that, y'all do your part too. And subscribe, like, comment. Like I said, it helps boost the algorithm. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. T-Rav signing out. See ya!